Hello Aries, welcome to Heart Wisdom. It's Angela here with your general reading for the last week of May 2021. Thanks for being here and a huge thank you to all of you who subscribed to my channel. The support is much appreciated. So Aries, my intention with these readings is to help you to connect to your inner wisdom and to be more heart-centered, which can enhance all areas of your life. I'd like the cards to help us today to identify potential challenges and solutions for you, to help you connect to love and compassion, and to bring a message for your highest good for the last week of May 2021. So you have healing, sunshine, compassion, and from the bottom of the deck, home. Some lovely cards, Aries. So you've got healing in the challenge position, sunshine is linked to that challenge, compassion is the answer, and the underlying energy for the week is home. So what might you be finding a challenge or difficult as regards healing, Aries, and how could that be linked to sunshine for you? The sunshine card in this particular instance speaks of happiness to me. You've got happiness right at the heart of your spread, and that happiness is here for you now, but it's linked to the challenge. And being linked to healing speaks to me of you coming to a new place of happiness because you've healed from past hurts and past wounds and let go of emotional baggage and negativity around how you see yourself, which is just fantastic, Aries. So give yourself a pat on the back for, any internal work that you've been doing, any work on yourself generally. And it's really important that you recognize just how far you've come. Now it's in the challenge, perhaps because there's some lingering doubts as to whether you deserve this happiness or whether you can accept it, which is, you might think is a bit weird. Why would I not want to accept happiness? And sometimes, if we've been a particular way for a long time, it can be difficult to trust positive change when it comes in, because we might think, it might just be fleeting, or it's imaginary, or things will soon be back to how they were. All of that. Well, you can let that go, Aries. And the answer this week particularly is for you to have compassion, and that speaks to me of you having compassion for yourself. And that's reinforced by the home card here, because yes, home can mean many things, in a general reading, but what it's talking about here is you coming home to yourself. So, feeling comfortable in your own skin, being confident, being just relaxed and sure of yourself, and any internal critic is silenced. That negative dialogue has gone, and just really believing that you deserve your place in the world, you deserve happiness. So what does compassion for yourself mean? Well, it's about having empathy and respect and love and understanding for what you've been through, how difficult things might have been in the past for you and how you have overcame those difficulties, but also forgiving yourself for anything that you're ashamed of or feel guilty about in terms of how you might have behaved in response to that wounding that you received. And it's almost stepping outside of yourself in a way and looking at that inner child within you and feeling that love and compassion that you would feel for a child normally, and just understanding that whatever you went through, it wasn't your fault, and there's no need for you to continue to carry any shame or guilt in connection with that. And the image on this card, which I don't recall seeing this before, is reminding me of blood cells. It never ceases to amaze me how I get different images from these cards. By the way, If you don't already know, Aries, I designed these myself because I prefer to work with abstract images, and the images on the cards are largely pieces of stained glass or sparkly objects because I wanted to incorporate colour and light. It just helps me tune in better if I'm working with abstract images. So yes, it's great how I can get lots of different things from looking at the cards, and it might serve you to do that yourself, actually focus on these images and see if you get a personal message. It's one way that you can get something specifically for you in a general reading. If you do that, by the way, Aries, check that you've got the HD setting on, because it stops the image being too blurry. Some of these cards appear out of focus, and that's intentional, but the words should always be crystal clear. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Yes, so coming back to the blood cells, that makes me think of family and family connections. So it's possible that you've developed this sense of not being deserving of happiness because of your family experience, your family history. And the healing card, I mean, that's just beautiful because that speaks of you having done a lot of work around that, as I mentioned, and coming to a place of healing. So old wounds healing and emotional baggage being released, allowing the sun to shine. So, sort of shedding that darkness and the sun coming in and happiness coming in. And yes, as I said, any residual doubts or, thoughts of not being deserving, just connecting to compassion for yourself. And that will help you really come home to your true self, to who you really are, and just feeling at peace with that and comfortable in your own skin. I hope that resonates, Aries. I wish you well with that, and thank you for watching. Until next time, may your heart be your guide. Love and light. Namaste.